Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to Modern Green Goddess. I'm Kai Washington, and today we're going to be talking about my favorite subject, highlight. I've been getting a lot of requests with summer being here about how to get your glow life together, and I'm here for you, girl. So I'm gonna show you guys all the different ways that you can highlight your skin and different products that you can use. If you're new to my channel, I am a green makeup artist and I like to show you all things glam and green. So please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share with your friends. So if you'd like to see how I get my glow, just keep watching. Okay, so first things first, why highlight? So the reason why you'd want to use a highlighter is basically just to add a little more radiance to your skin than what you already have. I'm going to show you how to highlight so that you look really pretty in photos and things, but you could also go outside and people won't be like, what's the stripe on your face? So we're all about doing highlight the natural way. I mean, you can add a little glam to it. Like, you know, I'm definitely team glam, but we're not going to do it so that it's so overdone, because you want to be able to, you know, go outside and not just only take photos in your highlight. So I'm going to first show you guys different types of different forms of highlight, and then I'm going to show you how and where to put them. So the very first thing we're going to start off with is how to use a liquid highlighter. So a liquid highlighter is something that literally comes in liquid form. The one we're going to be playing with today is one of my favorites. This is from Gressa Beauty, a green makeup company, and it's the Minimalist Illuminating Serum. So when you open it, you see it's got like a little dropper, and then you want to kind of shake it up really, really well. Shake it up really well. And then you have some like so on your hand. So this type of highlighter is going to give you what I call more of like, this kind of highlighter is going to give you more of like what I call like the wet look. It's not going to be sparkly or anything like that. And where you want to put highlighter is you want to put it on the tops of your cheekbones. So see how I have blush here? You don't want to put it where your blush is. You want to put it on the top of your cheekbone. You can actually feel the top of your cheekbone, like below your eye socket between your cheekbone. And then you're going to take your ring finger and tap the product on your skin. Now I find that this particular liquid highlighter actually works well over liquid and powder foundation, which is great. So you're going to do the top of your cheekbone. I like to do the crevice of my nose, so like right here, which kind of defines the nose a little bit. Also, it keeps your makeup from looking really powdery, especially if you wear powder. It'll take some of the glow away, so adding that little bit back will give you glow. You can put some above your lip, which just makes your lip look a little bit fuller. And you can put a little on your chin. Now, I'm pretty oily, so I don't usually do that on a regular basis. I'm just going over it with a finger that doesn't have product on it and just making sure it's pushed in really well. And that's basically the areas that you highlighted. You can see when I turn my face in comparison to this side, like the amount of delicious glow you get. So using a liquid highlighter, if you're like over 30, this is a good idea. Or if you just like more of like, you like glow, but you don't want sparkle, a liquid highlighter is a good option for you. And again, the one that I used today was the Gressa Minimalist Illuminating Serum, and I believe this is the only color it comes in. Okay, I have switched my hair to the other side so that I can demonstrate how to use a different type of highlighter on the other side. So this side, we have the liquid, And now we're gonna use one of my favorite ways to highlight, which is a cream. So cream highlights come in many forms. I'm just gonna show you some swatches of some ones that I really like. This is the Illuminating Stick by Beautycounter, and this one's called Pearl Glow. So it just looks like a pure white stick, but when you buff it in, you can see that you get really nice glow from that. This one's from RMS Beauty, and this is called Master Mixer. This one's a really good one too. It's more of like a peachy kind of champagne-y one versus the Pearl Glow, which is like a pure nudie white. Comes in a little glass tub. And the next one is a newer one I've acquired. It's from Love & Co. And it's called Natural Illuminizer in Rose Gold. Super pretty. Very, very creamy. The formulas of these are all really good. This one you can see in comparison to the other ones, which are definitely just more like glow, has like a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's like a good amount. So I love liquid highlighter. I mean, I love all forms of highlight, but I do really like cream for my kit. It's the main thing that I use because it's just more portable. For instance, I have all of the Beautycounter ones in my kit, as well as some of the RMS ones. And I also have some Au Naturel sticks in my kit too, in my professional kit. They're just easier to carry around. It's also easier to pinpoint where you're gonna highlight with something like this versus a liquid where you gotta really be precise with your tapping and stuff. So I would say this is probably the easiest one to use. So I'm gonna show you guys how to use this with the Beautycounter Pearl Glow Stick. I personally am obsessed with Pearl Glow. It comes in like a pale pinky one and a more kind of bronzy gold one too, which are also pretty, but this one is hands down my favorite. I just love the light that it emulates. So I'm just gonna put this on first. So again, top of cheekbone, but with this, I'm literally just gonna draw it on. So I'm just drawing on top of cheekbone. Just gonna fold this up a little bit more. Center of nose, right there. And then you could do the same thing here and here. Some people highlight their forehead too. I have a really big forehead, so like I don't really need to do that. Sometimes if I'm doing like a smoky eye or something and I want a little light, I might do a little highlight above my eyebrows, but that's not my personal jam. So you can see there's a stripe here, stripe here, stripe here. So now what we're gonna do is my favorite way to apply a cream highlight is we're gonna use, or cream products in general, is we're gonna use my Clairsonic. So I don't use my Clairsonic anymore for skincare because I am definitely part of the team hot washcloth method. If you have any questions about that, leave them below in this video and maybe I'll do a video about it, or I can just let you guys know what I do. But I always cleanse with steaming hot washcloth now. So I don't use my Clairsonic at all for I don't use my Clairsonic at all for skincare, but I love this makeup brush head that comes with it for cream products. So I'm just gonna turn it on and just make sure it's on low. And then in a circular motion, I'm just gonna buff this in. This literally melts the product into your skin. And then I'm just kind of taking it up the side of the hairline, whatever's left over, buffing in the nose, above the lip, and buffing in the chin. So do you see the difference? I mean, it's just like so pretty and just pure glow. You can see this just looks more like almost like a wet look, where this just looks like gleam. Same area, high points of your cheekbone. Blend in here. I'm gonna blend this a little bit more. Blend the nose. above the lip and the chin. Notice I never go to the tip of my nose because to me it looks like your nose is running when you have wet stuff there. So I always just do the crevice of my nose. But you can see the difference. They're both stunning, but different technique. Now, if you don't have a Clarisonic, you can certainly use some sort of like brush, like a foundation brush or something to buff it out. Beautycounter makes a foundation or a retractable foundation brush, and you could buff that in circular motions and it'll give you a similar effect. Clarisonic is just my preferred method. So that is cream highlight. Okay, so the next highlight technique is going to be the most glam, the strongest, and the most noticeable, and that is powder highlighter. I would say most people use powder highlight, or if you follow like Instagram girls, most of them are using powder highlight because it projects further. So good for photos. I like to wear a powder highlight for a night out, especially if I'm in a hurry. I can just kind of throw it on really quick and go about my life. I would say in life in general, I'm definitely more of like a liquid or a cream highlight girl. I just love that type of glow. However, you can get your whole life with a powder highlight. Like if you're really like, I'm not messing around with glowing, I want to glow everywhere, and you can strategically place it because you're using some sort of brush. So I'm going to show you a highlight. This is a beautiful rose gold powder highlight, and this is from the company Brown Leaf Cosmetics, which is also a green and black woman-owned business. And I'm gonna use this brush. I believe this brushes from Charlotte Tilbury, and I believe this is a vegan brush, but any brush that's this shape will do the trick. I have like some long tubular vegan ones from Sephora that I use all the time in my kit. You can also use a fan brush. I'm a big fan of using a fan brush for powder highlight as well. So something tubular or a fan. The application process is the same. It just depends on what you prefer. I would say this brush is going to give you a little more pow, where a fan brush is going to diffuse the product a little bit more. So we're going to take this gorgeous color and just gonna dip in your product. And when you're using a highlight or any brush, there's a long ferrule on it for a reason. You want to hold it kind of towards the end and just lightly apply. See that flick? That is the makeup artist flick. If you do it like this, you're gonna get way too much, or it's gonna spread too far. So just gonna hold the brush back and just lightly buff on the tops of your cheekbones. Little fact, if I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to do concealer and I'm using powder highlight, I will dab a little bit right here because it reflects light away from that area and makes me look more awake. So you can see like the difference. It's definitely a full glow situation. So top of the cheekbone, just buff it in. I like to take a little bit up here, so it's like a C almost. A little bit in the middle. Here, here. And hello, Dolly. I am glowing. If you have really, really dry skin and you're using a powder blush and you feel like it's looking a little dry, you can always take the slightest bit of highlight and just buff it across the apples of your cheeks. But be very gentle with it. You don't want to look crazy. So you guys can see the difference. Like, I mean, this is like, we're not playing any games with our glow right now. Super glam. And the very last way to get your highlight, which is one of my newest and most fun ways, is to use a highlighting spray. I don't like this or anything. You can see it's almost completely empty. This is by a company called OM Glow. It's an all natural product, and it's also made by a Black woman artisan. So I love to support women in business. And this comes in multiple colors. I will probably get all of them. And this one is called Queen. So what you want to do with something like this is you want to shake it up. This is good if you want to bring kind of illumination to your entire face, but you can also strategically spray it as well. I also like to use this on my body. I'm going to show you that now. So you just want to shake it up really good. And then give yourself a spray. This is not only a highlighter, but it's also a setting spray, so it will lock your makeup in while giving you lots of amazing glow. You can also use this on your body. So I'm going to use it here. Look at that. Yes. So it goes on really glowy, but then it does dry down. So, but it still remain, you know, it still keeps its glow. And then what I like to do with this, like this is a great, like if you're like me and your team car makeup and you do your makeup in your car, if you want to be highlighted, but you also need to set your makeup, you can set your makeup and then you can go back in and strategically spray the tops of your cheekbones. And then you just let this dry down. And you're all set. And that is it, you guys. I don't know where I am going glowing like this, but I mean, all day I'm gonna be popping. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm gonna go take a bunch of selfies because I am glowed up right now. Have a great day. Please subscribe to my channel, share this video with a friend, and I will see you in my next video.